Sleepy bye bye woman, I'm saying bye bye. My eyes are so bleary and weary.
Hello and welcome to Kapow Toys Presents. I'm your host King Grimlock, and today we're going to be taking a closer look at Dark of the Moon, Human Alliance, Sandstorm with Captain Matt Damon. I don't know what the captain's name is, and I really don't care, because he looks like someone from Team America. He really does. Let's get him out. Let's first off show you he fits really nicely in. His hands grip the steering wheel really well, and he kind of does the splits around the rest of it, but let's get him out of there. Come here, man. Team America, anybody? Looks like cross-eyed as well. Very odd. Not bad little figure, good articulation in the hip, ball joints on the hips, twists all the way round, that's going to sting in the morning, ball joints on the shoulders, nothing else on the arms though, unfortunately. Yeah, you can... Yeah, much like the mech-tech weapons. And let's take a look at what's important, the Transformer. You know, human characters all nice and well, but you know, this is what it's all about. And here we have the Sandstorm, the Dune Buggy. And now these guys, I'm really torn about these guys. What are they going to represent? What are they going to do? Because you know what, we have two exceptionally tidy modes, but there are various ports and posts and clips and ideas, and there's moments where you go, well, what actually is it supposed to be? From what I can gather, this guy has 4 separate modes. He is a Dune Buggy, he is a Target Master, he is a weapons platform, mech suit-esque thing, and he's a robot. Now that's not bad going for something that is effectively only just bigger than a Scout. And he looks really, really nice in all 4 of those modes. He has a great colour scheme in this mode. It's further highlight the use of Captain Matt Damon. The little peg in the back there, and in Matt Damon's back, you're not really going to be able to pick it up, is a little hole. And it just pegs nicely in. It stays secure, which means you can, and, you know, plough him around and have some fun with him. You know, this has a real sense of fun toy. And the entire bracket is 3mm clip system happy, hence why his gun is currently clipped up there. We'll take that off for now though, because it will just get in the way until we can use it as a weapon. And overall, you know, good paint apps, a nice casting of colours. The black offsets the sort of the khakis and the green, the olivey green, and the brown really nicely. And it just feels, it doesn't feel like anything's been skimped on in the same way that some of the other toys have. It feels like a lot of effort's been put into the paint scheme or into the paint apps that are actually on there. There's nice textures on some of the areas as well. On the wheels have got a beautiful texture on the plastic. And it's a really nicely done piece. This is one of the highlights so far for me of the Dark of the Moon line. And I'm getting the feeling these sort of mini Human Alliance figures are going to be very much the highlight of the line for those that aren't really movie collectors but are looking for something. Now there are little elements of this that are kind of, you know, make it up as you go along, because we don't have instruction manuals for these guys, so we are kind of going off what pictures we've seen and our own rough, often wrong judgment. These little things here, now they do fold down there, which is nice and tidy. You do get those bits in the air, but I like the idea that there are other exhausts up at the top. What they are becomes clear in his 3rd mode. The exhaust is beautifully picked out down the banner. He just looks fun. I'd like to ride around in this buggy. I would like to be Captain Matt Damon. Detailing wise, absolutely lovely. Again, I say that texture on the wheels and the sculpting on the actual thread, beautiful. The way it all clips together, this sort of roll cage clips into one little point and then into itself, and that's it. But it holds together supremely, supremely well, and it all just looks really nicely done. Anyway, let's take a look at that first auxiliary mode.
Well, you come round here with a smile and sneer at the same damn time. Well, I'm not sure what goes on in your mind, but it's a mind for crime. Are you using all them tired old tricks that you used on me? Well, I never was aware of your own originality. Won't you find yourself somebody?
And to quote the Charlie Sheen film, that's a hell of a gun. Wow, that's a Target Master mode and a half, isn't it? And it doesn't really support, as you can see, by the fact that Prime's about to drop him. Oh. Yeah, that's the Target Master mode, or as best as the approximation as I can make of it, basically. You have the handle on the underside there, and it's sort of just arrange everything around this massive cannon in the middle. Again, you know what, instructions are going to be really useful for this figure. It's kind of like a rough approximation. Are these targeting systems? Should they be twisted away somewhere out of the way? Who knows? But you know what, it looks kind of nice, and it's a nice additional idea and a nice additional mode. Speaking of additional mode, and the word I was looking for was not auxiliary, but ancillary mode. This mode where we finally bring those little handles into play, and this is kind of where this is the Human Alliance mode, if you want. This is the one that's designed to suit Captain Matt Damon rather than anything else, and show off the fact that he does actually have articulated wrists, which is always a nice little touch. We just plonk him in there. Again, there's a little peg on the back. There's Matt Damon with his hole in his back. We just plonk him on there and slot him onto the peg. These little tabs then can clip into the hand, give or take half a millimetre or two. Oh dear. Are you gonna play nice, Matt? Are you gonna play nice? Please play nice, Matt Damon. There we go. There's close enough approximation. And you get this kind of Walker Texas Ranger? No. This sort of Walker weapon system mode. It's difficult to say exactly what it's supposed to look like, but this is the fairest approximation that I can come to going off pictures I have seen. You know, it's sort of like the base, the exosuit. Why does it need to exist? Why does he need controls for a sentient being? Ours is not to question why, ladies and gentlemen, ours is to enjoy, and I do like the fact they've incorporated a mode like this where the human is actually key to it rather than just being an additional part, because so far you really didn't need him in any way, but here he becomes the focal point of the toy. Let's take a look at the all-important robot mode though, and the mode that, let's be fair, he's going to be displayed in.
You gave him the blues. Excuse me while I make my getaway. Well, you're telling everyone we don't talk no more. Well, I know I tried. So turn around, honey, and walk away, and don't you act surprised. Won't you find yourself?
Sandstorm's robot mode is a testament just to how good a small figure can look. When you're trying to incorporate elements for 4 separate modes, to bring together a coherent and good-looking robot mode is something of an achievement, and this guy does it in absolute bucket loads. Maybe it is, as I've said a few times, the classic-esque styling that draws me to it, but this is a beautiful looking movie toy, from the body armoured chest to the rooster-esque hair with these sweep backs through it as well. Very fair, the bird aesthetic coming through a little bit more again. The classic style legs, very hound in his feet, and the big chunky wheels making up his shoulders, just giving him some bulk. And he is exceptionally tidy as well. There is no real kibble. These pipes at the front can be considered, and round the back you go, oh, well, there is this. But yes, you know what? That's where Matt Damon stands. Matt Damon can stand on the back of him and hold on for dear life as he goes tromping through the Decepticons. It's a really nice integration, just that little platform which has been used as the head cover for everything up until this point, just to hold him in place. Whoever designed this figure, and hopefully will have designed the rest of the range, has done a superb job of making integration the key. There are elements I still can't work out exactly what they're supposed to do. For example, this port here doesn't really seem to have any reason to have a little tab point in it, but it does, so maybe that does something. And around the back we have these elements here, these things with these clips, which again I can't really work out what they're supposed to do, as they've done nothing in the 4 modes so far. Maybe it's those that will integrate in to the bases, and they'll become part of the bases, the Cyberverse maybe, or maybe it's part of his Target Master mode. We just don't know until we get those instructions in hand. Overall, this guy is sublime. He is an absolute must-buy in my eyes, and if this line continues on in this fashion, with this quality, this will be the part of the movie line that I choose to collect. Anyway, I've been your host, King Grimlock. This has been Dark of the Moon, Human Alliance, Sandstorm with Captain Matt Damon, and we will see you next time.